Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Very good, thank you. We'll start in a moment.
Yes, sir.
Wow, very good. Advanced design. I'm doing a lot of slides, so I have to start today. So, any doubts from the previous class, guys? What did we discuss in the last class?
Sir, interrupt, sir.
Interrupts. I didn't teach you what is that.
Parallel case.
Told what is okay? Yeah, parallel case, full case. Very good. Okay.
Non-parallel.
What is non-parallel, man? What is parallel case?
Parallel case means if this a binary la வந்து repeat ஆகாது. It doesn't repeat.
English, please.
Sir, the binary digit doesn't repeat, sir.
Okay.
Non-parallel repeats where it repeats.
No, that is not. I understand what you are saying, but it is not technically correct.
Sir, every case items have equal priority, sir.
Very good. Correct. Very good. And case item should be unique. That's what you should tell, right? Look at the class notes, what is sent.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Case item should be unique. Correct? Okay. 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 What is simulation synthesis mismatch? Who is going to tell? I'm going to ask her some name. Let me ask some name. 6 people are there. Let me ask Pavan. Pavan, what is the simulation synthesis mismatch mean?
Simulation synthesis mismatch when we have initialized any temporary thing in the program, and while synthesization, if it doesn't work, then we'll call it as a simulation synthesis mismatch, sir.
That will be more. What you say is right, but it's not very clear. Somebody else has a better answer. Ishwar. What exactly did you tell? Focus on the class, not on your mobile and laptop. Okay. So what do you mean by simulation synthesis mismatch? Yesterday I explained in the class, right?
When you put that, when you put synopsis and thing in a comment line, and when you your intention is to run for synthesis will not treat it like a comment; it will take it as a directive.
Very good. What happens in simulation?
Simulation will take it as a comment line.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Okay. Then what happens? What happens because of that?
Synthesis will take it as a directive, and if you give full what's that?
Full case, parallel case.
Yeah. If you give parallel case, then it will consider as directive, so will not ignore. Now in our if we go to our condition, there we'll have multiple cases will be true for some inputs. So there it will be an error because you have given a directive as parallel case. Okay. In parallel case, only one case can be true at a single time. Okay. Since multiple cases are true, it will synthesis and simulation are not going to match. And hence mismatch.
Okay. Does everyone agree with Ishwar?
It's like going round and round.
Yeah, it's not exactly to the point. I agree. Okay, so anyone has a better definition? Guys, anybody has a better definition in the class? No? Silent class. Nobody understood anything? Okay, I'm going to repeat. Please listen carefully. You write down whatever you want, right? Please listen carefully. Whatever you also partially correct. I'll give half point to Pavan, half point to Ishwar, and rest of the case doesn't want to open the mouth. That's fine, right? So it's basically, yeah, the Verilog, the simulator takes it as a comment, but the synthesis takes it as a directive. It's called synthesis directive. So / synopsis is a standard thing, right? So what happens is, when do you use it? When you don't use you don't complete the complete, you don't use a default statement, or you don't define all the possible conditions, then people use that sometimes, right? So in simulation, it may treat it as a sequential element. you'll take it as a latch because it's something is undefined, right? But in synthesis, it will take it as a combination because you're putting a parallel case, full case. It will treat it as a combination of logic because all conditions are defined, right? So that's basically difference in the logic. In simulation code, simulation takes it as a latch because all combinations are not defined. I'm talking about a full case. If you take the other combination, it will take it as a combination logic because you're putting a parallel case is equal to putting a default condition. It's going to synthesize that as a mux, right? I told you I showed you a lot of examples also, right? So if somebody uses that by default with all the things, that guy will be fired. I told you, right? Right. So be very careful. It's an important thing, and you cannot put that particularly when the product is going to medical line, missiles. Any life-threatening applications, you're designing a chip, where if somebody codes a parallel case, full case, yeah, the person has to really be taught what to do, right? And the person who's reviewing the code and the person's manager, they have to be extremely careful, right? Okay. Is it clear now? Raise the hand if you're clear. Raise the hand. Otherwise, I'm going to repeat it again until all of you raise the hand. I'll repeat. Very good. I think Bhuvanesh is clear. So Bhuvanesh, why do you want to explain? Raise the hand. Bhuvanesh, can you explain what he just said? Can you summarize, paraphrase what he said?
Yes, sir. Sir, when we use synthesis, synopsis full case, it means it takes it doesn't care about the output, sir. But when we don't use a synopsis full case, it refers to latch, sir. So there is a difference between these two. It will give synthesis mismatch, sir.
Please, I don't understand. I don't know what I just understood or not. I'll repeat again what I said, right? So first point, the simulation takes as a command. Second point, the tool takes it as a directive. The synthesis tool takes a directive. That's the first difference. Second difference, the simulation tool, I'm telling in terms of synopsis full case, parallel case, you can refer your notes. Synopsis full case, it may treat it as a latch because all conditions are not defined properly. It may treat it as a latch. In synopsis full case, if you use it, it will treat it as a combination logic, which is very different, right? Your sequential logic and they're very different. They're different functionality. They're not equivalent. So there is a mismatch. What you do in simulate, you are getting a latch behavior. And the same circuit after synthesis, you get that net list, resimulate that after synthesis, you will get a combination logic behavior. So your circuit is not going to work. I showed you examples and everything, right? So you go through that. I want to give you time. Next class is on today's what? Monday, right? Tomorrow is next class, Tuesday, right? So you go through that notes, you come prepared, and you look at the notes. You have to understand. You have to work it out. Do some experiments and come back tomorrow and tell. I want you to talk on the same topic. I'll be asking questions. I want each one of you to come and explain to me in your own words. Right? I'll put you in different breakouts rooms, and you have to come and answer me independently. Same thing. Parallel case and full case. Both. Tomorrow is the homework. You have to understand what is synopsis parallel case, what is synopsis full case, give the definition, show examples. You tell orally, physically, right? You explain. Everyone want to have to talk for 2 to 3 minutes. Whatever is up to you. Whatever example I use in the class, you can use the same thing. I will use priority encoder, latch, I will use something, right? All of you prepare, and everyone have to talk for 2 minutes tomorrow on this. Okay? I'm not going to the next topic, otherwise I'll repeat the same class. And I'll ask for a compensation class as we're doing now. You have to come for extra class. I'll take it as a punishment for me, not for you. Okay? So if you treat my time as important, you listen to me, you go through your notes, spend 10 minutes. If you don't understand, you let me know. Right? Tell me in the morning itself, you want to talk in the evening, tell me upfront, so I can plan my time accordingly. Right? It will not take you more than 15 minutes. If you don't understand anything, perfectly fine. Come and tell me I don't understand anything. I'll be happy to explain to you again. Okay? I want each one of you in the class. There are 9 people today. Right? 8 people. At least I know I have a special guest today. Right? So there are 8 people. There are 7 people excluding me. So 7 of you have to prepare and come and talk for 2 minutes. tomorrow on the parallel case and full case. Okay. Okay. I'm sharing a screen. I think last class I told you about. Was it okay? Yogesh hasn't come. Okay. Okay. So I think I told you in one of the class I'm going to email the professional skills, but I didn't get a chance. I thought I'm sharing the screen. You're able to see my slide on professional skill?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there are few skills which are like not taught with the colleges, right? It may be taught. I know the Wales University has a special course on personality development. I don't know what they do there. Right? So anyway, so the companies need these kind of skills. I told you in the class, you have to practice one of these skills over next 1 month. You pick one skill from here. And I told you 23rd of September, you have to demonstrate it to me. You have to say how you improved on the particular skill. You are at some level today, and you practice that skill. For 1 month, you have to show some improvement in that particular thing. You pick up one skill. What do you want? I'll explain. Let's pick up one skill. I'll walk through it. Right? Right. There are multiple skills. The learning attitude or enthusiasm to learn. That's point number 1. Right? Dedication and commitment. Point number 2. Out of the box thinking. Point number 3. Problem solving. Breaking down to smaller pieces and solve one at a time. Point number 4. Quick to adapt. Receive feedback and improve on it. No to say no. Perseverance. People skills and teamwork. Constructive criticism. Express ideas and thoughts as appropriate. Open and honesty. Treat all with respect. So these are some of the skills, right? So you have to pick up one area and show progress towards it. You come with your own goal. You tell me what you will do on this particular area. You define whatever you want. I'm open. But you have to tell me upfront. Next week, let's say next Monday, you have to come and tell me what is that you will take. You have to define your own goal, right? And your goal should be measurable. How do you measure that? It's been completed or not completed after 1 month. So you have to tell a measurable goal. And end of the 1 month, you should come and tell. But you want my help, I'll help. But you should be do on your own. And I have one of my best friend here, like Swaroop with a call. He's a trainer. Swaroop, you want to introduce yourself quickly?
Hello, everyone. It's a lovely evening, and I'm extremely thankful to Hari sir for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this wonderful class. I'm Swaroop Gandevar. I have 13 years of experience in corporate training, business coaching, digital marketing, and I've trained lots of students over the years and even placed them in various companies. And training is something that I love. So yes, these are very, very important things that might not be a part of any school or college curriculum, but they play the most vital role as far as our career is concerned. So please be focused on this approach.
Yeah. So I want each one of you to pick up one. What are you like you pick up? You don't have to tell me now. Tell me on next Monday. What will you pick up? Just 1 second. What off? Okay, there's some interrupt here. High priority interrupt. So I have to service the interrupt. Okay, that was my daughter. Okay, right. Okay. I told you yesterday in the class, right? What is the interrupt? Now you saw the response. I had to respond, otherwise the project will crash. Anyway, so each one of you have to pick up one skill and set your own goal. I'll request Swaroop to help you, right? So I'll copy Swaroop in the email today. I'll send you all this slide, this particular slide, right? You're going to be hearing this in the webinar also in the February 15th, week of February 15th.
Yeah, that would be a great idea.
Right? So you contact Swaroop directly. You don't have to copy me. You have 1 week to discuss with Swaroop. Pick up one skill, define a measurable goal, and you have to come and report back on 23rd of September. Or whenever the class happens around that date. What is the progress you have made? How did you meet your goal? Come and present for 5 minutes in the entire class. Okay? You have to take a conscious step. Right? It will be really fun. Swaroop will help you to make it fun. It's not like a very long class. It won't be boring. Okay? Right? So Swaroop, you take some real life examples and make them pick up that skill. Not necessarily in the engineering, but in the real day-to-day life, they should make some improvement.
You are not audible.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hello.
Can you hear me? Others,
Hello.
how about others?
Yeah. Now you are audible. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the same level of volume. I'm doing the same talking. Maybe some internet connection issues. Okay.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the class. So this is the goal. Is it clear? The expectation is clear. Raise your hand if it is clear. Being quiet doesn't help. So raise your hand. I want to see it. Balaji. Okay. Raise your hand. Pavan raised. Vishnu raised. I see how many hands. Vishnu didn't raise the hand. Vishnu, are you there? Very good. Excellent. Okay, you can lower the hands, guys. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Okay, let me go back to my main slide. Okay, hope we can see this. Can you see this slide? My best favorite, Steve Jobs, has come. Quickly, I'll read. When you are a carpenter making a beautiful chest of drawers, you're not going to use a piece of plywood on the back, even though it faces the wall and nobody will ever see it. Right? You understand what it is? You say you're designing a cupboard or something in the showcase or something, right? What do you call? So that's going to be leaning against the wall. You're a carpenter, so you're not going to waste a piece of plywood on the back because it's going to the wall. Right? You'll know it's there. So you're going to use a beautiful piece of wood on the back. So for you to sleep well at the night, aesthetic, the quality has to be carried all the way through. Right? You're saying it has to look aesthetically well. It has to have good quality, whatever work you do. And that's what I understand. If you have different interpretation of this quote, you feel free to share your thoughts. Right? So it's basically he's saying, whatever you do, it has to be like aesthetic, the quality has to be good. And look at the picture what they have put, right? It's like like a Mac. That's almost like a mirror showing his face there actually, right? Reflecting it. So I don't know if it's real or it's a Photoshop, I do not know, but basically that's the quality. Saying it's aesthetic, it's a quality. That's the key point here. You have to be aesthetic and you have to be, it should be quality oriented, right? Whatever you do, both are important. That's what he says. Then you'll get a peace of mind, you have achieved something for the day and you can sleep well. Right? And that quality you have to carry forward to the rest of the life. So you guys understood the message? Raise your hand if you understood. If you don't understand, let me know. Vishnu understood. Very good. Bhunesh understood. Ishwar understood. Shankar didn't understand. Shankar, you want some help? Shankar understood. Okay. Thank you, guys. Yeah, this feedback helps. Otherwise, we are not. Yeah. Any question? Question? No. Okay. Let me move to the next slide. Okay, our brain teasers are back. Sorry. A woman hears her name and then is taken away by two men. Okay, she's in some place, there somebody calling her name, then two people come and pull her out. Later the woman dies. After a couple of days she dies. While under the care of many, there are a lot of people around that. What happened to this poor woman? So only two people took her away. She was in isolation. She died after a few days. There are many people to take care of her at the time. What happened to her? Again, think logical and think 360 degrees. She was in isolation, I told you, right? I gave an answer to you, right? I gave a hint. She was in isolation. So no way she would have got with an accident.
Suddenly, a couple of nurses took her out, and then many doctors were there treating her, and she died.
Logical thing. Why is that she was taken away by two men? You have to answer that question, right? How do you have to link the facts? What are male nurse? Okay. Why would somebody call her by name actually?
Maybe that fellow is a relative in the hospital.
Yeah, I think. Can you link everything and tell? It's not linking to me.
Whoever she hears the name from, that fellow is a relative.
Which fellow?
That fellow might be a doctor or whatever.
Okay.
That person is there in the hospital.
Okay.
Two men. You have male nurses. Nurses here aren't female. They're compounders, yeah.
Okay.
Compounders is the term, I guess.
Okay.
So those two compounders take her.
Take her where?
Take her maybe to OT. Maybe they take her to operation theatre because she's critical or whatever.
Okay.
So many people are operating and she dies. Finished.
Yeah, I think logically correct. Okay, let me show the answer. What you see here, it's different. Logically correct. I think I should give it to him. The woman had committed a murder and determined to be guilty. Judge called her name and gave her the death penalty. And 2 bailiffs, they expelled out of the courtroom. They're taken to the isolation cell. Later, she was executed under the care of the doctor and detention officers. The gallows, there will be so many people, right? So she died. I think Ishwar kind of got the death. And one thing, he told the doctor, he told the compounder. But it is it's pretty close. That's why I gave it to him. Good job, Ishwar. Every 4 weeks, a man sits down and writes 2 words on 60 sheets of paper. Why does he do this? He doesn't write anything else for the rest of the month. Only once in a month he writes. And he writes exactly 60 sheets of paper. He writes 2 words. Why does he do that and what does he do? I'll start the countdown. 10.
Sir, he puts a signature, sir.
Where does he put signature?
In time and out time, sir. In time and out time for his work or any place.
It's done every day, right? Why does he do once in a month?
Maybe he follows a supervisor and every month he has to sign.
Sign where?
Near in time and near out time.
Why every day you have to do that, no?
No, and it is the higher level supervisor.
Why 60? Why he has to send 60 sheets of paper?
At
You don't understand. Yes, Swaroop, you know the answer?
I'm thinking about it.
It's very cryptic. Yeah, it's very simple. These guys are you got the clue. He's signing. That's one of the answer. But why 60 sheets of paper? You got to think. At all, engineering is all asking questions: why, where, and when, and how. Right? It's the same. Countdown starts. 8.
Sir, one for records and one for to give bills, sir, to purchase.
But why 60?
Yes, sir. 60. One thing to be kept in record for their purpose, and one other 30 for sending to the people from whom they purchased or whom they sold.
It's like a customer copy on your
You guys came very close. Let's move forward. I think very close. I give it to Pawan. It is a small business. There are 60 employees. He's running the paychecks every month. He has to sign on the check, right? They're very close. He said signing and it's very close. Very good, guys. Very good. I really love it. That's how you have to think. Your answer may not be right. I told you, right? Engineering is that way. You don't bother about results, but how you approach the problem is more important, right? It's very different from the college. College, they look for the results, right? Real life, how do you approach? How do you think? That's what matters in the industry, right? You may not reach, but that's where your teamwork comes into play. Like 3 people come and brainstorm like this, you solve problem. But myself and Swaroop worked on a problem. We know an answer. We sat together. We had a bunch of answers basically to do. Right? Okay. Raja entered a restaurant where a crowd of people were enjoying a meal. When fortunately Raja is not here. When people saw Raja, it's not David. When people saw Raja, they dropped their forks and fled the restaurant. What happened? Raja came in, people were eating in the restaurant. Raja is not a gangster. How do people know it's a gangster? No.
Maybe he was police.
Why you people run missing the police?
People are scared of police.
Come on. You go in the room. Don't tell me some logical answers, man. Then
Raja was a gangster. David was a police, sir. He
No,
came
no, no.
chasing him.
Raja, come again. Raja is?
Raja is the thief or a gangster.
Okay.
David have come to
No,
catch
not
him.
David. That's what I said. That is Raja. Sorry, that's a typo. I tried to copy somewhere and change, but it changed in only one place. That's Raja basically. When people saw Raja, they drop their forks and left the restaurant. Right? It's only Raja.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
He tells everyone to get out.
No, he didn't talk. I think good imagination. I love it. How you guys think, right?
Sorry, any bomb squad?
No, see, don't read into the lines. This is the story given to you. Yeah, I think you are getting additional assumptions. Bomb, gun, and this is what is told to you. What would have happened at that time? There's no gun, there's no bomb. But you're thinking right, but try and be a little bit focused.
Why is it foods or anything else? Why is there only thoughts?
It's unrelated to the problem. Good thinking, but unrelated to the problem. Maybe they are eating
Maybe
whatever.
Raja is ghost.
Okay, maybe place was.
Yeah, somebody. Wait, there's an interesting answer here. Raja is.
Ghost.
Yeah, very, very close. Very close. Ghost. Okay, I'll show the answer.
Maybe a place was.
Raja is a little python. He's a python. He escaped the zoo and he came. I think ghost is the close answer. Who said ghost?
I said ghost.
Yeah, that's right. Swarup, you are right. Very close.
Yeah.
I think that's the answer. You have to think different. No, that's all thing. I am telling the point is you have to be thinking very different in engineering. Your answer may not.
Yeah.
I'm getting all. When you started, like, when I started 2 weeks before, when did you start this exercise? 2 weeks before, right? Nobody answered anything. You didn't understand the concept. Now you understand the concept. You started thinking. I'm getting many answers. Exactly, that is my intention. Your answer may not be right, but when you constrain, you try and go that the answer, right? That's the beauty of it. Okay, keep it up. You may not tell the right answer because nobody knows the right answer, right? It's okay. And there is more than one right answer to any problem, right? So nobody knows who's the right answer. Good job, guys. Keep going. Okay, back to Verilog. What does semantics mean? Anyone here? What is the dictionary meaning of semantics in English? Anyone? Semantics is basically grammar, right? It's something grammar. No, you say, my name is Ishwar. You say, my name was Ishwar. You won't say, right? Unless you won't change the name tomorrow. Right? So semantics is that kind of thing. Basically, it's very confusing. Is asking. So semantics very confusing. Yes, at times, right? Right. So best solution to write simple Verilog that corresponds to exact logic you have already designed on the paper, as is the Verilog breakdown slide. So I'm going to show you basically. I think I told you also this one, right? So when you want to write any Verilog code, you should have the design on your mind. But now it's saying that you should put it on the paper. You draw the diagram on the paper. What do you want? Then only you write the code. You want a mux, you want a latch, you want a state machine. I told you, right? What is the design practice? Can we summarize quickly? I told 6 points of good design practice. And you're going to do that in some projects, I told you, right? What are the 6 points? What is the first point? I'll give you a specification, ask you to do a design, Verilog RTL. What are the things you will do? No, wrong. First thing, what will you do? If I give a problem statement, what will you do?
Sir, timing diagram, block diagram.
Very good. Very good. First, what you do, you don't write, you draw a block diagram. You understand, read the problem multiple times. If you're making any assumptions, you have to write it down, right? Because the problem statement will not be clear. You have to find out what is defined, what is not well defined. Assumptions you have to make, and you have to go and validate with the customer. So you write your assumptions, you write down what you understood, then draw the block diagram. Very good. After block diagram, you draw the signals. What are the interface signals you identify? Block to one block, what signals are going? Then you draw the timing diagrams for those signals. Okay. After that, what do you do? No, you don't jump there. You define what is data path, what is control path. You have any state machines there, right? You have any muxes, you have any adders, right? That is data path. You have any counters, you have any shift registers. You identify what is the data path, what is the control path, right? I will be talking about detail in the coming weeks. Data path and control path. So after that, what do? You do the state machine design, right? After that, once everything is clear, you write the start doing Verilog coding. After the timing diagram, you have to cover many cases, not just one case. You identify all the scenarios where the design has to be tested. You identify all the boundary conditions, right? All the corner cases I told you, right? What are the corner cases where it will work, it may not work? You draw timing diagram for all the input and outputs. Then you write the Verilog RTL code. You write the corresponding test bench. You run simulations and you verify that with the waveform. What you wanted is what you got. Correct? Did you tell all these things? So that what is exactly summarizing here, right? So you should have the logic designed on your paper before you code. That's applicable to even to your lab exercises. I would expect you to follow that. May not draw the timing diagrams, at least draw it on a paper what kind of code you want. Unless you are really a super duper brilliant guy, I imagine everything in my mind. I don't think I have anybody like that in my class, to be honest with you. You would become like that. After 1 year, you would become one of those guy. But if you follow my instructions, okay, if you follow that sincerely, you will see the results in a month. Okay, I used to do that way. I've seen the results. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, so important. Follow the simple guidelines to write Verilog, synthesizable Verilog. What are the guidelines? Tell me 2 guidelines. I give you many guidelines. I told do this, don't do this. I showed him red color and green color and all, right? In past Verilog classes. So give me 2 examples of do's and don'ts on the Verilog, writing the synthesizable Verilog. Pawan, let me ask Pawan, the senior most here. Pawan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what are the simple guidelines for to do or not to do for writing synthesizable Verilog?
First of all, we have to get the problem, sir, or what topic we are going to.
No. I'm not asking about the Verilog coding. I'm not asking about the previous slide. So we all have your design in the paper and you are all ready. Now you have to code the Verilog.
First, we have to write design, sir. Then we have to go to test bench.
The design when you have done everything. You are going to write the synthesizable RTL. I gave you certain guidelines on what to do and what not to do in previous classes. You guys remember that? Give me at least 1 or 2 examples. You're not paying attention. You're not revising. Does anyone revise after the class, or you just come as a time pass and go? Just raise your hand if you revise. Be honest, guys. It's okay. Pawan raised his hand. Very good. He lowered immediately. Okay. I'll take it as a yes. Okay. So, guys, so that is the message, right? So, you spend time. See, people, this is what I want. You spend 3 hours per week in the class, right? And 1 hour on guest lecture. So, if you spend 3 hours, at least like 6 hours, you should spend revising, practicing, and everything. It's not a joke, right? You have so many hours in a week. And I know you are doing classes, you have hobbies, and you have to eat, you have to sleep, you have to socialize, you have to play games, you have to go to social media, Facebook, and whatever not. You have so many activities, right? So like that, treat this as one of the activity. Next to your college, first college priority is the college. Second priority is this one, right? So you spend fourth hour class is more like a general knowledge. You are doing life skills. You are doing it, right? So 3 hours you spend in a week on this class. At least 6 hours you will dedicate. You plan towards revising what we have read that week, and to also write codes and practice. Okay, understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
Can I get the comment from this week onwards? See, I'm asking some questions in the past class, nobody able to answer. I'm going to keep quizzes otherwise every day I have to ask questions. I'm revising every day what you did in the previous class and summarize as much as possible. But unless you guys go and revise it, it becomes very difficult. Right? I'm trying to be giving as many examples as possible, and I'm trying to be very friendly. And let me know something is not clear the way I'm explaining. So some feedback for me, please talk to me in person. I'll be happy to correct myself. Is it going very fast? Let me know. Right? Okay. So we will talk about it. You go and refer your notes, basically what the guidelines I gave, and I'm going to give more guidelines in this class. So parameterized models provide foundation for reusable libraries of components. You know what is the parameterized models? What is parameter in Verilog? Pawan, you don't have to answer. Let me ask other guys here. Which bracket? How do you define the parameter? No. What is a parameter in Verilog? Anybody else? Vishal, there's something called a parameter. What is a parameter? Vishnu?
Sir, something we define with the conditions to.
No, guys. No. I gave examples. Right? We saw a few exercises like that. I didn't give you a lab, but I showed you a lot of examples for parameter. How do you use it? Okay, let's ask them. Balaji or Bhunesh?
Sir, a constant assigned to a variable, sir. We can use that in everywhere in the program, sir. Example, parameter width equal to 2 means it replaces width wherever there is a width, it replaces with 2, sir.
What is the advantage of doing that?
We can when we want to change the whole program, sir, we can change the width equal to 3 or something
Very good.
value.
Yeah, but you said right. There's one word you used. I don't like it. What is the word? You just told a couple of lines, right? What you said is perfectly fine. There's one word you used. I've already told that word should not be used. I told few times in the class. I said program, right? You should never use the word program. You are not writing C code here. You're designing hardware. Right? We even said we have to draw that hardware in your paper, then we should write the Verilog code. We call it a code, but never use the word program. Right? I don't know. Right? So remember, yeah, so it is not a program. This you are writing a code, you are designing that, you are writing a design. You are all like electronic students, you are not a computer student or a BC or MCA student. Right? Please don't ever call this as a program. I'll get very upset next time. Okay? At least I don't want my students be using such word. Let other guys do it whatever they want. That's okay. Right? We are all going to become successful like chip design engineers in the coming years. Right? So use appropriate word that reflects your attitude and your interest on the work and everything. Right? So very good answer. Like who said on parameter, excellent. Good answer. Right? And also code becomes very readable. If you are, I do one down to 0, put something, it's very crazy, right? If you put a width and do it, then it becomes a width. It becomes easy to read. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Use explicit state to prevent unwanted state interference and do more directly represent the desired hardware, right? So you have to be very explicit to say what is unwanted state interference. Any unwanted conditions are there, you specify, particularly doing the state machine kind of thing, right? And whatever you want, you define. Don't leave any guesses to the tool. That's what it's trying to tell. This tool is a tool after all, right? And if you do like that, one tool will understand some way. And if tomorrow a new tool comes, they'll understand another way. Because after all, it's a software, right? So you don't give the scope of assumptions to the tool. And you write it explicitly when you write the Verilog RTL code. Okay, that's very, very important. You know, you are the brain behind it. It's your design. You write it properly. Okay. So on begin your design, we know all this we discussed, right? Begin your design by identify the external interface, then move on to the partition design into the memories, data paths, and control logic, which is exactly what I told you, right? You have to have a block diagram, you have the interfaces, you divide into data path and control path, then only you do the coding. You draw the timing diagrams, then you do the coding, correct? Exactly that is summarized. It's extremely important. I've told you multiple times. I told you I'm going to give you, I think probably I'll give you one example, none of you submitted. I'm going to talk to you one-on-one this week, each one of you. Who are not giving assignment, you better take it seriously. I told you by end of this month, by 30th of August, 7 p.m., I want all the assumptions. Otherwise, I'll not let you into 2 classes. I'll give you punishment. I'm going to be very strict. Today is 24th. I've told you the last class. I'm repeating it again. All of you have computers. No excuses. Right? You have 7 more days. You better set your record straight. Submit your assignments. Otherwise, you better face the consequences. Can I have your support? Can you raise your hand if you agree with me? Shankar said yes. Balaji said yes. Very good. Good team. I like that. I just prayed. Ishwar also said yes. Very good. Vishnu said yes. Okay, very good. Guys, you have my support. Don't think I'm leaving you alone, right? You support each other, and I think some of you are ahead. I think regularly I see like Balaji gives his assignments on time. I'm falling behind, and I've gone on time. So Pawan, can I take your help? Do you have some time to spend with these guys every day, 10-15 minutes? If you have a question.
Yes, sir. I'm having time, but the thing is, last 2 weeks I didn't do the homework, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody has any basic. You help me. If I'm not available, you please ping the WhatsApp. If I'm busy, you're not hearing from me in 2 minutes. Today, Vishnu wanted some help. I had time. I went and helped them. Right. If I'm not there, I'm in some meetings. I'm going to do something else. So like post in the group. Myself or Pawan will help you for next 1 week.
Yes, sir. I know we'll say definitely help, sir.
Right. So I have some emails with me, Pawan. I'll for guys. I hope you don't mind if I share your homework with Pawan to help me. So I'm really running out of time for next 2 weeks. I know I'm working on a lot of things on webinar and my other projects for whatever I'm working on. I'm very busy with that. Right. So I'll go to take help from Pawan and maybe I'll try and see if a few of my other friends also can help me. Right. And I'll share your assignments there and we'll do this. Right. And also said use the EDA playground only for this month. Next month, for 1st of September, you're going to use Model Tech, something called a Model Tech PE. I think already I'm experimenting with Shankar and probably Vishnu also will experiment. They're starting in new. So you'll not use EDA Playground from the 1st of September. Use something called Model Tech PE as a professional tool, right? So Shankar has installed, and Shankar, we are able to simulate any simulation in that? Yes or no?
Sir?
Were you able to run any simulations on the Model Tech tool?
Yes, sir. All the I can run, sir, but I don't know how to run the program. But it's all working, sir. It's nothing problem with that, sir.
Working is what is working, man. Your design is working, or that you are able to open the tool.
I can see the place where to code and all, sir. The design is working like that.
Okay, but have you simulated? Have you seen the waveforms?
No, sir, not yet, sir.
Then how
for
can you
that
say it is
one,
working? But to me, it's
sir,
working only if you see the waveform. It is behaving correctly. It is working to me, right?
for that only.
Anyway, too much to expect. I'll help you, right? I'll help you.
Yes,
Easy.
yes.
I think maybe I'll make one video and share, or I'll probably teach Vishnu, and you guys talk each other and tell me, like, give me a half. Let me install the tool in my machine, and just tell me what some half an hour whenever you are available. Let's do it tomorrow. Not to it's for Vishnu and Shankar. Right? Tell me, like, sync up tonight and tell me a time tomorrow. Give me a couple of slots. I'll make sure I'm available. Okay, based on your class schedules, whatever it is. Right? Okay, very good, guys. Let's move forward. Okay, now we spoke about what is synthesizable Verilog, and we are going to talk about behavioral Verilog most of the time. I told you in one other class, a lot of constructs in Verilog are not synthesizable. They are only for verification purpose only. Why? Because they cannot be represented in the hardware format. Right? Hardware, what is the hardware in terms of gates, in terms of flip-flops, in terms of counter gates or registers and flip-flops or latches, whatever, right? Whatever logic you code in synthesizable Verilog, that has to be converted into for the gates and flip-flops or memories, whatever, right? So there are some constraints to use it that cannot be translated automatically. And why they are there, you may ask. That is for this verification purpose. There is the beauty of the Verilog. You code the design in Verilog and use the same language to verify it, right? So that's the beauty. So some examples: data dependent for the for loops and while loops. A for loop is synthesizable up to some extent, but while loop is not synthesizable at all. I'm going to give you some examples, and we're going to talk about it in the class or next class because of how fast I go, right? Some behavioral data types: integer, real, they're not synthesizable, right? And guys, I told you already, I'm not going to go step by step in Verilog. I'm not going to cover everything. The way my style is, I'm going to go show you example and make you teach. I told you the first class itself, right? I gave you a Verilog textbook. What is the author name? I gave you a book, right? Do you remember or no? How many of you remember that I sent you a book? You should remember this a book. All of you remember? Triple his hand. What is the author name? Nobody remembers. Woman, do you know?
No, sir. I forgot it.
Samir Palnitkar. It's called Samir Palnitkar. It's Indian, man. It's Indian name.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you download that thing in your computer. I told if you want to buy a paperback, if you have enough money to spend, you go and buy that. It's worth having that in your collection. It's going to be useful for you. So if you don't want to buy, use the ebook. Absolutely fine. I know Amazon is shipping these days. It's up to you to buy or not to buy. Right? I'm not recommending you to buy. Use the ebook. If you're not comfortable reading in front, my eyes will go back. I'm doing online classes for 6 hours a day. My eyes will go back. Then you buy the book. It's up to you. Whatever you're comfortable, you do it. And you find out it's a not so expensive book, 200 to 300 bucks. If you want to buy, you optionally can buy. If you're comfortable with the ebook, please use the ebook. I'm not saying you must buy. Okay. Okay. So you have to read that book. That's how you learn Verilog. I'm not teaching you Verilog. I'm saying Verilog for design.
Sir, yeah. Excuse me, sir. I had the PDF version of book, sir. If anyone requests, I
sent it. No, I sent it already to all of you. It is in one of the slides. I sent it in one of the email.
No, sir. I downloaded it. That's why if anyone requests.
That is there in the Google Drive, man, already.
Yes.
Yes. Google Drive. How will you send it? The book, the only one. You send it by WhatsApp?
Yes, sir. If they want in WhatsApp, I'll send. Sir.
It's too much, man. Don't make people lazy. You think people download a link from the. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I'm not discouraging you. Feel free. Just ping Pawan in person, not in the group. Right? If you want, he's ready to give you the book in the WhatsApp also. But you may be used as. I personally don't want to take any data in the WhatsApp. It's the phone will become full after some time, right? That's why I keep it in the Google Drive, and I always tell people use it professionally. Right? It is also like there's so many issues. We'll talk about what is the CCI and everything. There are a lot of copyright and the other related issues. But any document has to be controlled. It should be in one place. You cannot just leave the document. It's a process. You cannot just leave the document left and right in many places. Okay. So you're too young to understand, but you'll learn all those things over the next few months, right? Okay. Magic initial state. I told you it is not synthesizable. It's only for verification purpose. Delay statements. It's not. There's only for test bench for use on the left hand side. It's only for test bench. Clock generation. No. You cannot use it. Right? It is only for always add negative of clock when you can use it. Okay. Dollar display, dollar asset, dollar finish. They are not synthesizable. I not told you what is dollar asset. Don't ask me. I told you what is dollar display and dollar finish. Right? What is dollar display? Yes, it's like a printf statement in C. I told you, right? You have to catch it. I give you an example and teach, and still if you're not registering, what do I do, man? I remember I told you only once. I told you it's like a printf statement, right? I showed you some examples from all the classes. You have to remember, okay? Very good. Okay. So what are some dangers in writing Verilog behavioral code? Let's skip. This is instantiation, you're calling it. Initial, you know what is this? You're giving in ES27, this is 15. You're doing a hash 10 and semicolon. Then if out equal to 3, what is out? Output is output from this particular GCD converter, whatever it is, right? Out is 3, display, test GTD is 27 by 15. So basically it's finding out what is GCD? The mathematics guys here. What is GCD? I'm sure all of you know what is GCD. You studied till in 8th standard or 7th standard, I suppose.
Greatest common divisor.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Have you heard the term somewhere? Let me not go to. Yeah, very similar to that. Very similar to that. So he's saying, 27 and 15, what is the greatest common divider? 3, right? Correct. 27, 15, that's what he's saying. So 27, 15, saying it tests if it is out is 3, is putting a statement. Else display test GCD 27 by 15 is this is a function. This is a instantiation, right? It's failed, right? It's saying it's failed, right? And it's printing what is the value. Out is expecting 3. The result is something. It is finishing end. Right? What happened? I forgot what I intend to say here. Without some delay, out is bogus. Okay. So let's see. If this delay is not there, right? Let's say you not put this delay. What happens? You don't put this delay. This delay statement is not there. What will happen to the out? We're saying in is 27. And what kind of assignment is this? What do you mean by blocking statement? Anyone else? What is mean by blocking statement? You can refer your notes. What is a blocking statement? Shankar?
Step-by-step process.
No, wrong answer.
Less than or equal to is unblocking.
Very good. There is usage, but what is the definition? What do you mean? I'm not.
It code it one by one.
No, man. No.
Not at the same time. It codes one by one.
No.
Sequential manner. It follows sequential manner. Hello. Sir, can you hear me?
You hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. I think some problem with my computer. I think better buy a headphone. Okay. So without, see, basically when you put this assignment, it becomes instantaneous. Immediately it gets assigned, right? And if you don't give any this particular delay, you are looking for the value immediately, right? So you may not get the value immediately. So you have to wait for some time for that to execute, right? So that's why he's saying without this particular some delay, output value is bogus. You're not getting the right value. You all understood or no? Right? What will happen if this delay is not there? The output value will not be 3. It will be something else. Right? So basically, if you put this kind of blocking statement, you're going to assign the value immediately, and you're looking for a value immediately, then it will not happen. That's what he says. So basically, you have to be very, very careful when you are writing any behavioral models or any code, rather, right? You watch your steps. That's what he's saying. Okay. So sequential block and parallel block are the two things I'm going to talk about, right? So when you say this, don't confuse this the DFF, D flip-flop. This is something different than the sequential logic. I'm talking about the block, not the logic. Okay. The keywords begin and end. Am I audible? Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay. Okay. Sure. The begin and end are used to group the statements in sequential blocks. When any logic is coming between begin and end, that's called a sequential block. Okay. The statement inside a sequential block or a process in the order, they are specified. They're going to execute one by one in the order. Right. The statement is executed only after the preceding statement completes execution, except for the non-blocking assignments and intra-assignment. We will talk about the timing control. We'll see. For now, you take only the non-blocking assignments. Okay. So the statement is executed only after the previous statement completes execution. There are some exceptions that we'll talk later. The delay or event control is specified. It is related to the simulation time when the previous statement in the blocking to execution. Any delay statement is executed, that means it is relative with respect to the previous statement time, right? It's not absolute time. So because it is executing sequentially, right? So when you say specify some time, it is going to be with respect to the last statement which is executed. I have an example. Don't worry if you don't understand. It's okay. But understand begin and end. Whatever you write logic between begin and end, that is called a sequential block. And begin and end can come only inside of something called procedural block, which is always an initial. Right? I told what is the procedural block, right? Names called initial block and always block are called procedural statements. I remember telling that in one of the earliest class, right? And whatever you do with the begin and end within that, it's going to execute everything one by one. Okay. And if you put any delays anywhere, we'll talk. Don't worry about the event control. I'm going to talk about it in the next 1 or 2 class. Right? And that is with respect to the previous statement executed. I'll show you some example. It probably will be clear to you. So this is example. Don't read this. Let's look at this. This is a parallel block. Sorry. I think there'll be initial. I think, yeah, initial block you have seen. Whatever you have seen in the beginning and end, so they're all initial. This is initial. This is the begin and end, right? This is a parallel block, and everything happens. It happens sequentially inside that. Okay. So whatever example we see so far is all sequential block. Now, but we are going to see something called a parallel block. Let's see this. There's something called fork and join. Not the fork you use for eating your noodles. It's not that fork. I showed you the example, right? You should ask why they're using fork actually, right? The snake Raja came, right? But the snake here in our class doesn't come at all. I have to call that snake and find out what happened to that snake. Right? Anyway, so fork and join, or it's called parallel block. So within that executes everything executed parallelly, right? This is a very simulation feature. It's not for the RTL. It's only for the behavioral model. So they are specific fork and join. They're interesting simulation feature, right? I think there is something similar in the C language also, fork and join, right? There's something equivalent maybe there. I remember. It's not there also. C is not anything parallel. But there is something like threads and those some concepts are there. I forgot it's messy. I've not used it for a long time. If you know C, C++, you can figure it out. Okay. Statements in parallel block are executed concurrently. They are executed in parallel. Ordering of statements controlled with a delay or even assigned to the each statement that controls the order. Delay is specified. It is related to the block that was entered. Right. It's all related to the start point. It's not related to the previous statement. In parallel, in sequential block, he said the delay is with respect to completing of the previous statement. Here, the delay is respect to the time you enter the parallel block. You understand the difference? No? I'll repeat. It is very, very important concept. What is sequential block where you have begin and end? Parallel block means it's fork and join, right? And in sequential block, right, when you put the delays, they are with respect to the previous statement which is executed, right? And in the fork and join, the delays are with respect to the time which enters the block. Not here. I'll show you an example. Hold on, right? And if it says 20, right, this completes at 20 simulation time from the beginning. It started 0, it completed 20. So if it is a begin and end, it will take 5 plus 10, 15. 15 plus 20, 35. At 35 only it will complete. Correct? Agree, guys? Raise the hand if you understand this concept. Should I repeat?
Sir, please repeat, sir.
I'll repeat. Very good.
Sir,
Yeah.
is this number of time that it enters in the loop?
No, only once it will enter. It's not a loop. Okay? This is not a while loop, or it's going to enter it only once. But once it enters, everything will happen in parallel. That's what it happens in hardware, right? In your design, everything will happen in parallel. Correct? This is a very interesting simulation feature. You want to generate some waveforms or something. What are your test bench? You can use this feature. When you write initial and blocks, you can use fork. So all the activities which are happening in parallel, you can schedule the events. Okay? You don't have to write one by one. You can write things in parallel. So you have to practice this and see. Right? I'll tell you the concepts. Until you practice, you will not master it. Right? You have to do labs. Yeah.
Sir, the 5, 10, 20, all these are the number of times that the Y, Z, W are executed.
No. Sorry. And I'll walk through this example, right? Let's do this example. Let me take my pen. Where's my pen? Sorry. Good question, guys. It prompts me to go to some example mode. Please keep asking. The question is, what does exactly 5 and 10? Let's take this two examples. Wait, I'm going to write this example. You see, begin. Same, but it is begin and end, right? Begin and end, the same statements are there. And begin fork and join. Let's do two waveforms. Let's draw. Let's assume begin and end. So x goes to 0, at t equal to 0. This is your time. X goes to 0, right? And x equal to 5 time unit. Y goes to 1. And Z goes to whatever value it's getting. That's changing a time. 15. It's changing a state to some value, right? And W, change the state.
Sir, here, what is the X and Y value, sir?
Yeah, but don't care, man. You look at the concept, man. Why do you bother? I just put a box like this. It's changing the value, that's all. Yeah, Ishwar has a question.
Okay.
Z should change value at time 10 only, right? Not 15.
I'm telling about the sequential block.
Okay.
I'm telling the answer about sequential block. And W changes the value at what time it will change?
25. W will change value at 25.
20.
No, why 20? Who said 20?
Vishnu, sir.
Why Vishnu? I'm talking about sequential block.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
So it's 20 or 15 plus 20 is 35, right? So then only the value will change. If you take the parallel block, what will happen? The same thing. So X will become 0 at 0. Y will become at time equal to 5. Z will change at whatever value at time equal to 10. So it's 5. And this will change value at 20. Right? Okay. Understand, guys, the difference? Any questions or everyone understand this concept? Concept is very important. You guys understand? Anybody doesn't understand? Raise the hand.
Sir, in sequential, the time between Z and W is 20. Is it, sir?
In sequential block, time between X and?
Z and W is 20.
No, that is 35. I told you, right? X is changing at 0, this is changing at 35, right? The distance between X and W, that is 35 and 35 time units in the sequential block.
Sir, how, sir?
Oh, sorry. Something happened. Okay. Can you see my screen? Okay. So in sequential block, x is at 0 and y is going to become 1 at the time equal to 5. Look at this sequential block diagram. And z is changing at value of 5 plus 10, which is 15. Agree, Vishnu? Vishnu, do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Then z will take the value of this particular combination at time equal to, we are already at 15 time now. 15 plus 20 is 35. At 35, the value of w is going to change.
Yes, sir. Understand, sir.
You agree?
Yes, sir.
Did you agree this? The parallel block?
Yes, sir.
That is the difference.
Okay, sir.
Okay, agreed. Everyone understand now?
It's parallelly executing the.
Yeah, see, that's called
statement in the
sequential
block.
and parallel, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, delay control. How much time do you have? I think we are end of the time. You want to finish this statement? I think I'll start fresh in the next class, man. And you think that
Just scroll back. This thing order in these statements are written is not important. It's for parallel, right?
no, that is based on the where is it?
In the parallel block, you have in that slide you have written. This last thing is for parallel only, right?
Which one?
Order is not important.
Yeah, yeah, right. Because they're all going to execute simultaneously, right? So unless you practice this with your simulation, you have to play. No, it's like no, you're learning cricket or some game. No, you have to you practice. You do it in the field, right? The coach teaches you how to play a straight drive, right? So unless you practice that like 100 or it's about like music, let's say you're learning some music, guitar or something. Your teacher will teach you certain notes, certain thing, the class. Unless you go and practice that, you'll never perfect the art, right? Either sports or music, whatever it is. So Verilog also the same thing. I give lab, I don't give lab is immaterial. You have to practice on your own, right? You have to plan. I've told you all accepted. You're going to spend 6 hours a week at least on this, right? Please do that. Do time management, right? If you don't know how to do time management, please reach out myself or like no, somebody will help you, right? Very easy. Time management is very, very easy. I think we spoke about that in the last class or with the class before, right? I spoke about time management. Is it right or not? We took a Steve Jobs quote and we spoke about the time management briefly. Not in great detail. I'll give you some examples and tips on how to do time management, right? Yeah, we'll cover in one of the classes. We'll cover all the time management, everything. Okay. So guys, any questions in this class today? It's end of the class. Next class will be interesting. We'll talk about the delay control. And as I told you, I'll not teach the entire Verilog. So don't think that I'm not teaching Verilog, right? My job is to teach you design, not the Verilog, right? You have the textbook with you, you read. If you have any questions, please feel free to call. We'll have a doubt sharing session once in a week sometime. You come back, ask your doubts. You have to practice, right? Otherwise, the next couple of classes, I'll treat myself that I finished Verilog. Unless you practice, you will not know. Unless you do project, you will not know. Okay? Understand the message, guys? I give you an example like cricket and I give you an example like music. Same way. Verilog is also in the same way. Cooking also same way. I read a book, how to cook in 30 minutes, how to make fried rice, I read. Yeah, that means that you know how to cook? No, you have to, first time you cook, you will not get it right. No, you have to try 3 times, 4 times only you'll get it. Based on your interest level, your experience level, right? And your passion towards cooking. Same way. Okay, guys. See you then. See you on tomorrow, right? We have a regular class tomorrow, 7 p.m. Okay? See you guys. All the best.
Thank you, sir.